This is something that I think is really important, especially if you're going to come to Korea to live. But I guess it's important like everywhere you are. But this is about taking care of your mental health. Yeah, so I think especially when you're working a full-time job, and some people will be for the first time. It's just like for me, it was my first time to work a full-time job, and having children that are in my care, and being in a foreign country for the first time, and I'm alone, and I can't speak the language fluently. So all these things that could really contribute to like making a really stressful experience, especially in the beginning. I think that's when it's the most stressful. Yes, I experienced the time. I think maybe my first week or two, they were pretty good because I was still adjusting, and I was like really, everything was so new, and I was really fascinated by everything and really excited to be here. And then I think just after that is when I started to feel a bit lonely and really bored, and I didn't really know like what to do, and I felt really shy over everything, and I didn't really want to do anything because I felt too scared to like talk to like staff at shops and stuff like that. So I wasn't sure what to do. Um, yes, I was starting to feel a bit like really lonely and homesick a little bit. Um, yes, but I remember something that I was told when I was taking my TEFL certificate. Um, my teacher, he gave some advice to my class, and he said, when whichever country you live in, before you make any big decisions in that country, wait 3 months. So just live there for 3 months before you make any big decisions. And he told a story about a girl who was teaching in Vietnam, and she decided after a month that she didn't like it and she wanted to go back home, and so she just left, and she regretted it, and she really wanted to go back, but because she did that, it was impossible for her to go back. And yes, I thought about that advice quite a bit, and now it's been 3 months, and these 3 months, I feel like it feels like it's been a lot longer than 3 months actually. But all the stuff that's happened, like I'm actually everything. Uh, I'd say like things have changed a lot since the beginning. Like so, beginning like I started like the beginning was really happy. Then I started feeling sad and homesick and really lonely. But then things changed. Like I started to start doing hobbies such as like gaming, going to the gym, and drawing, stuff like that. And then I also started making friends, which that really helped a lot. And yeah, so doing those kind of things, like I started to feel a lot more comfortable here, and I really started to have like a routine. Like there's certain shops that I always go to, or I'll just be really familiar with my city, and I know like where I'm going for, like if I want to go buy clothes, or if I want to go buy like groceries or certain kinds of groceries or something, or if I want to go buy something for a cheaper price, like I know where to go. So all these things, like my city started to become a more comfortable place, and I think what it was is that like my city was actually starting to become my home. So I thought that was yeah, that was a pretty, I think, yeah, that was a pretty like helpful thing, and it happened maybe after about maybe around 2 months or a month and a half. Between there is when I really started feeling that. And yeah, and I think like this is something that everyone will go through, especially living in a foreign country. Like I think it's pretty inevitable. I don't think it happens as much if you're like an exchange student, because you'll have, you'll pretty much be like introduced to other like exchange students, and you'll have like classmates and stuff. But when you're working here as like a teacher, that's when it's harder, especially in a public school, because you're the only foreign teacher. And I don't know, like I think some schools are okay, like they have like the teachers all hang out together and stuff like after school and stuff like that. But there's a lot of schools such as mine where you don't really see each other, like you don't see any of the stuff outside of school. And especially considering the age difference, I think the closest person to my age has a 10-year gap. So, and age is a very important thing in Korea. So I think it's a bit yeah, I think it's a little it could be a little awkward for them. Like the other teacher who has a 10-year age gap, I spend time with him occasionally, like rarely, outside of school, and he's pretty okay with it. But I don't think the other teachers are really that up for it. Like they seem, I think they'd feel pretty strange. Like if I asked them to go eat like chicken with me or something, they might do it, but they'd probably still feel strange and probably like ask about it or something. But yeah, I think some of the main things is try new things, try to make friends, try to experience things in the culture, try to just explore, find things that you like. Yeah, and I think even like try new hobbies. Like there's so many things to try here, or even try your old hobbies in your new country. Like that's a really cool thing. Like yeah, I used to work out at the gym even in Australia, but when I came here, the way the gym works is so different, and I feel like that kind of that in itself is a new experience because I don't know, I won't go into that here, but the gyms here are quite different from what I'm used to. Yeah, and even gaming, like in Korea I don't really game at home. I just go to the PC bang or the PC room, which I never did that in Australia because it's really expensive. But here it's so cheap to do that, and it's just so much more better because you get like these really amazing computers and really comfortable chairs. So the way I do my hobbies is very different from how I did in my own country. So I think just continuing hobbies or starting new hobbies are all really good things to do here, and that will make you really experience the culture, but also you really feel more comfortable there, and you're here, and you'll really start to feel like it's your home, which is a really good thing. And I think if there's things that you don't like, just probably try really hard to find the things that you do like. I'm lucky that I really like Korean food, so I don't really have too many problems with Korean food. But I know that there are foreigners who really don't like it, and I think some of the foreigner friends I have that don't really like Korean food, I think what they do is they just try to well, one of them I know, they try to just be strong throughout the week because they eat like Korean food at school, and oftentimes like it's the food at school is not too bad, and yeah, and then they just treat themselves like on Friday night or Saturday night with like they go and buy like pizza or go to like McDonald's or something like that, and and then other foreigners, what they tend to do is they just cook at home and just cook the things that they really like. The only problem with that is it's harder to find the ingredients that you need, but it's not impossible to find them. It's just harder. So don't give up. So I think just really try to find the things that make you feel comfortable, and try to really make them part of your life. Try to really have a like try to make like a lifestyle for yourself. And I think don't really expect your lifestyle to be the same kind of lifestyle that you had in your own country. So I kind of made that mistake when I was still new here. So I would kind of like, because in Australia I went to like a 24-hour gym, so I used to work out really late, but here it closes like I think like 11, so I have to change my schedule around, and then also the fact that like I'm working full time for the first time, so I'm quite tired after work. So all the things that I feel like I could do after work, like when I was a student, I would just say, oh, I'll do all these things when I finish class, and then I could do them because all I'm doing is just sitting in class. But now I'm waking up early and I'm staying at school all day and actually doing something at school all day. So it's making me so much more tired, especially since I don't sleep as early as I should be. So with all these things, like I'm a lot more tired after work, so I can't do all the things that I want to do after work. So I used to kind of like get angry at myself a little bit for the way I just kind of got angry at myself for wasting time. But I kind of changed my mindset. Like I'm not really wasting time. I'm just not adjusting. I wasn't adjusting properly to this new lifestyle because it is a new lifestyle, but I was treating it as if it's the same lifestyle just in a new country, which is really impossible to do. So I think when you go to a new country, especially Korea, which is pretty different to all the countries we'd all be from, we need to change what we're doing and really consider that we have we're working full time, so our body has to adjust to that, and We're we will also be mentally stressed, and then a lot of things aren't available, or they would be available but not nearby, or some things that you usually like or cheap in your own country are really expensive here, and then stuff that are expensive in your own country are cheap here, stuff like that. So then you would kind of like change everything around. But I think you try to find out like what do you like, what's around your area, what can you do often, what really makes you happy or what makes you feel comfortable or relieves your stress. Try to really find these things like as soon as you can when you come here, and try to create a new lifestyle out of that. And it'd probably be best if you can bring the things from your old lifestyle in your own country into here, but do it in a way that fits your lifestyle here, that the lifestyle that you're going to make. But I think you most of all just really focus on the positives here. Don't just keep lingering on all the things that you don't like and complaining about everything and thinking about, oh, everything's really bad. I just I came here to teach, or why is all this happening? Just don't think all these things. There's a positive side to everything. So just really try to focus on the positive things, and you'll probably have a really amazing experience here if you do that. And there will probably be a lot of doors opened up to you in the future if you just keep living here with a positive mindset, and really enjoying your life here, and really showing others that you really enjoy it too, and helping others to enjoy it. You will probably have a really amazing life. So, or the main thing I want to say is just be positive and really take care of yourself mentally and physically. Especially don't forget the mental health. It's so important.